Without wasting time, Ryan Garcia has begun training for his fight against Rolly Romero in May. This video shows just how a typical day in Ryan Garcia's training camp looks like, just after his recovery from a wrist injury. He got in training in December. King Rai has resumed his training camp with trainer Derek James. Ryan Garcia begins the day with some jogging, as he once revealed during an interview when he spoke about his morning jogs with Floyd Mayweather. He then moves to bodily exercises and warm-ups to prepare himself for proper boxing training methods. Donning all-black training garb, Garcia showcased his vaunted hand speed, peppering the heavy bag with a series of swift hooks and lancing jabs in preparation for his upcoming clash with Rolly Romero. Clad in black training gear, Garcia showcased his signature lightning-fast hand speed as he unloaded a flurry of hooks and jabs onto the heavy bag. This return to training suggests Garcia is focused on his upcoming fight against Rolly Romero. It will be interesting to see if Garcia can translate his rigorous training into a stellar performance in the ring come fight night. Now he has come up with yet another video on social media, uploaded by Boxing Kingdom on X. In the training footage, he was seen hitting the bag with a left-right hook combination. The video had the fans excited for the boxer and wishing him luck for the upcoming fight. This video has reignited the trust of the fans in Garcia again. Hopefully, things will be getting better for King Rai with time moving forward. A fan stated that this is the best form of Ryan Garcia to date. He has never looked this good, as if he's found some ancient power within himself. This could be the best Ryan we've ever seen.
Back at it. Let's get it.
I feel he's unlocked something deep within himself. Some sort of ancient power, one fan stated. Another fan mentioned that Devin Haney might get into some trouble if Ryan Garcia gets inside the ring with such skills against him. A fan talked about how Garcia is looking quite good working on that heavy bag, and he seems to be keen and focused. An Instagram user stated that as of now, there's no good comparison in the division for Ryan Garcia. The fans complimented the boxer for getting out of his difficult phase and putting himself back in the training camp. They're happy that Garcia has found his way back to boxing. Aside from this, just like last year, he has found some new inspiration to put in a bit of hard work. While he has a thunderous left hook to dismantle and bring anyone down to the floor, Garcia now wants to train his right hand like Anthony Joshua to produce a jaw-dropping knockout. That's not all. He also predicts a brutal end to his upcoming fight. Despite his hand speed and vicious left hook, he continues to add weapons to his arsenal to conquer a technically skilled champion. However, it seems the 25-year-old doesn't want to bridge the skills gap, but intends to finish the fight early. How can he pull it off?
I'm just here to show you I didn't miss a beat. Watch this shit. Jab first.
The signs are visible in the training clips that Garcia shared recently on his social media handle. In one clip, the Victorville native is hitting the punching bag, showcasing his elite hand speed and the power behind his left hook. But in the initial seconds, you could witness him unloading some huge right-hand punches, producing a frightening sound as they land on the punching bag. It seems Garcia wants to replicate AJ, whose devastating right punches left Francis Ngannou's face flat on the canvas and previously knocked the lights out of Otto Wallen. In addition, he wants to finish the fight early against Rolando Romero, with a knockout win in the 5th round. Garcia wrote in the comments of the clip, Rolando Romero, on the other hand, has revealed specific details around his upcoming clash against Ryan Garcia.
So today it was announced, today, brother, you're going to be fighting Ryan Garcia. How you feel about this fight, man?
What was it announced today?
Today, the bout will take place at 147 lbs. Romero told the media on Saturday while in attendance in Las Vegas to watch David Benavidez's unanimous decision win against Caleb Plant. Romero and Garcia will fight in May as part of a Ring magazine show in the United States. Both fighters will be making their welterweight debuts. Should 147 lbs indeed be the contracted weight for the bout? It's something everyone has been waiting for. I've been calling this boy out for a very long time, said Romero. It's about time. I've been calling this stuff for years. When we were both 135-pounders, I said, damn, that trash. I want it at 147. I'm happy he missed weight in his last fight against Devin Haney. I mean, he can miss weight with me. I don't give a damn. Personalities like mine only come once in a generation. I got the biggest balls in boxing, and I am the biggest trash talker in the game.
And we done sparred in the past, and I mean, it's gone a little viral, so that's one that everyone in boxing has been waiting for forever.
But it's finally here. Does it feel surreal?
It ain't real until it's in the ring.
Garcia and Romero were on track to face each other last year. But Garcia changed his mind and instead directed his team to strike a deal with Haney. Garcia and Haney faced off in April in a controversial clash. After a tumultuous promotion, Garcia was 3 pounds over the 140 lb limit for the fight and couldn't fight for Haney's WBC junior welterweight title. During the fight, Garcia dropped Haney 3 times and scored a majority decision win. Afterward, however, it was revealed that Garcia tested positive for the performance-enhancing drug Ostarine. The result was later overturned to a no contest. Garcia was fined and suspended for a year, and Haney even sued Garcia for battery, fraud, and breach of contract.
I know, like 2 weeks ago.
I thought it was made official today. Either way, my bad.
Wasn't made official? I don't pay attention to that shit.
Okay.
Nigga, I only pay attention whooping ass.
How you feel about
Romero, a WBA 140 lb belt holder at the time, moved on from Garcia to fight Isaac Cruz in March instead and was knocked out in 8 rounds. He has since returned to the win column with a unanimous decision against Manuel James in September. Garcia and Romero's fight will be supported by Haney facing Jose Ramirez. A heavyweight fight between Martin Blay and Fa Ahaga is also on the card. Should Garcia and Haney both win, they'd likely square off in October on a Riyadh season show. Still, on Garcia's training, even in the last fight between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, Garcia claimed to have been training with Floyd Mayweather, and there was little surprise as to why he won the battle.
About for years. Ryan Garcia, New York City.
8 years in the making. Just a really exciting one. I hope this lead-up's going to be as fun as what everyone thinks it's going to be.
Mayweather not only trained Garcia ahead of the bout, but they also share a great relationship. With Mayweather's contribution, Haney can see himself rise to the very peak again. During a lengthy interview with Patrick Bet David on a podcast, Garcia, the junior welterweight contender from Victorville, CA, opened up about his much-publicized friendship with Money May, making it clear that he respects the Hall of Fame fighter more than most people, even within his inner circle. When Bet David asked which high-profile person in his life had the license to offer him harsh, unbaited criticism, Garcia immediately named Mayweather.
Stay tuned, but you've had a lot of sparring with this guy over the years. You talked to the schmo. You know the showdown was going to come.
Me and Ryan can get it too. I'm excited to see that one, I think the entire boxing world has been waiting for me and Ryan to fight.
Floyd, Garcia said, I don't really speak when Floyd's talking, and I speak a lot. I'm a big talker, but I don't speak when Floyd's talking. He tells me a bunch of things, and I just shut up. Floyd can talk. Oh, yeah. Garcia continued and became an evangelist in the twinkle of an eye, saying, He's called me out, so it's like, what did Jesus say? Be wise as a serpent, gentle as a dove. He comes out as gentle. He doesn't come out aggressive because I don't do that. God doesn't do that to me unless it's bad, unless I'm really messing up. I can hear Floyd's voice and I can respect it. I don't really talk when he's speaking. He even says he knows when to speak and knows when not to speak. Those facts, I really respect Floyd more than a lot of people. Garcia then made reference to Mayweather's comments about the three kings of boxing. Did he call me Canelo Alvarez, Gervonta Davis, the three faces of boxing? Yes. Though not everyone has been pleased with Garcia's tight-knit relationship with Mayweather, it continues to flourish. Oscar de la Hoya of Golden Boy, the longtime promoter of Garcia, has taken issue with what he feels to be a potential instance of tampering. In a recent social media post, de la Hoya informed Mayweather to get While De La Hoya and Mayweather have been sworn enemies since their days as active fighters, the involvement of Ryan Garcia might reignite the fires of old once. More. To prove the claims regarding their closeness, Garcia and Mayweather drew headlines very recently when they were seen jogging together early in the morning. Rolly Romero was given the May 2nd fight against Ryan Garcia after Isaac Pitbull Cruz chose not to take it due to his previously scheduled fight next month. This is Rolly's chance to pull off an upset of the ring-rusty Garcia on the T-Mobile Arena's card at Times Square in New York City. Cruz has a fight scheduled against Angel Fierro on February 1st and didn't want to negotiate another fight until after his match. Fans were hoping to see Ryan and Pitbull fight, as it would have been a lot more interesting than watching Rolly be given the matchup. It's unclear if there were other fighters available that could have stepped in. The 140 lb division has a lot of fighters with more talent than Rolly, and it would have been great for fans to see someone else. Rolly Romero is definitely not a great fight for Ryan because he was recently knocked out by Pitbull Cruz in the 8th round last year, on March 30th. Rolly obviously is a bargain basement level fighter with limited ability who doesn't belong. Fighting in the main event of T-Mobile Arena's card on May 2nd against the superstar Ryan Garcia. Romero bounced back from that loss to defeat Manuel James by a 10-round unanimous decision on September 14th on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga.
He's under contract. So, you always got to make sure things are worded right before you get a lawsuit or before you get a letter from a boxer's promoter. If Ryan can go, and he
Rolly didn't perform well in that fight either, but he had a harmless opponent. Using Rolly as the opponent is a very poor option for Ryan Garcia in a headliner on DAZN PPV. Obviously, it's a tune-up for Cry, so you can give him a break in that department. But it's not fair to the fans to use a fighter with a 2-2 record in his last 3 fights as the B-side for a pay-per-view card. Rolly's actual record should be 1-3 in his last 4 fights, because his victory over Ismael Barroso was highly controversial. The referee, Tony Weeks, jumped in and stopped the fight in the 9th round during their clash on May 13th, 2023.
I hope he keeps training with Derek James. That shoulder roll, that's amazing. It was a good performance. Yeah.
Honestly, Happy Rolly had thrown 4 punches, all missing badly, and Weeks waved it off. Barroso was unhurt, standing and looking at Weeks, asking, "What are you doing?" Fans were shocked at the stoppage, and there was criticism for months after. At the time, Rolly was trailing and on his way to losing the fight. There are many contenders in the 140 and 147-pound top 15 rankings more deserving of a fight against Ryan Garcia on May 2nd than Rolly Romero.
Where he was guiding me, and it just led me to Dallas, led me to Derek, and I pursued it, and I'm here now, and I feel good.
It appears they were in a hurry to find a body to be the opponent, and Romero served the purpose. Given that this is going to be a PPV event, it would have been better to use Jose Ramirez as Ryan Garcia's opponent in the headliner and give Rolly to Haney for the co-feature. Even in that spot, Romero doesn't belong, but Haney is coming off a 3 knockdown loss He needs a soft touch like Rolly to make sure he doesn't wind up in the dirt.
About right now is Ryan Garcia. And then the winner between that and me and Ryan gets Geronte Davis. We're going to do this all on pay-per-view, on Showtime pay-per-view. We're going to do this shit, all right? Like I said, at the end of it, I got the belt.
However, if the idea is to ensure that Ryan doesn't get beat ahead of his rematch with Haney in October, then Rolly is the man for the job. He's not a threat to beating Ryan and will likely get knocked out within 6 rounds. Dan Rafael reports that the Garcia versus Romero Ramirez and Martin versus Fa Ajagba card will occur on Friday, May the 2nd in Times Square, New York City. Although having a big event like that on a Friday is kind of weird, fans won't mind because this is an excellent card. Talks of a possible Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero fight began after Ryan Garcia had just produced an eye-popping knockout of Oscar Duarte at a catchweight of 143 pounds in Houston, Texas.
I want to tell everybody, just thank you for coming out and honestly.
However, it didn't take long for King Rai to try to make his next fight a reality as he called out and took shots at World Boxing Association Junior Welterweight World Champion Rolando Rolly Romero. "I'm committing to becoming a world champion," Garcia told DAZN's Chris Mannix following his 8th-round knockout of Duarte. "If RIS wants that, bring it on, Rai. I know you talk a lot, let's get that going." "Rai, where are you at? You got beat up by that old dude," he continued. "We know what happened. Don't be trying to fake it." By old dude, Garcia was referring to the 40-year-old Ismael Barroso, whom Romero defeated months before that, to claim the World Boxing Association title in a tougher bout than expected.